And now a word from Pastor Burnett.
I want to talk to you a little bit today about Psalm 91, because we have discovered when things are going well, we do not lean on the Lord as we ought to. In fact, when we have good jobs, when the people are doing well and the family's doing well, we have this tendency to live our lives the way we want to without any direction from the Lord whatsoever. Then, when calamity comes, difficulties arise, we have this tendency to get excited and concerned about where God is and what He's doing in our lives. For you see, this coronavirus came upon us very suddenly, unexpectedly, and then we find that people are running scared. They're hoarding the toilet paper and the milk and the eggs and anything else they can think of. And then you have those who defy God in His face. See, I don't have to be careful where I go or what I do. We've heard people say that, especially those young people on the beach said that this last couple of weeks. And so because of that, we find with this virus, there are many people getting sick. Some even are dying because of that. Now, I want to share a few verses with you that I believe can help us spiritually to get through these difficult times. Psalm 91, verse 1 says this. Now listen close. Get your Bibles. If you have time, get your Bibles and read along with me in this. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. What a great comfort that is. For what's a secret place? Well, there are a lot of questions about where the secret place is. Now, my take on that in this context is quite simple. It's the secret times, the times when you are alone with the Lord, praying to Him and reading His Word. Now, you may have those times when you're concerned about this coronavirus, and you're talking to the Lord about that. You may have those concerns, which are legitimate, or the job that you have just lost, and you're concerned about how you're going to pay your bills and those kind of things. For you see, it's in those secret times that you draw near to the Lord. And so he says this, He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall what? Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And so verse 2, he says this, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and in Him will I trust. Why? Well, because He's your refuge and your fortress. The last part of that verse says, in Him will I trust. Now, there's a lot of people today put their trust in physical things, such as a job. Maybe this new stimulus package that they've just passed, and they're working on that, and we have that ahead of us as well. The income from that stimulus package is only going to last a matter of 2 or 3 months, and then it's going to be gone. So the question is, putting our trust in those things will not be long-term for us, and we know that. It's kind of like what verse 4 tells us here. It says this, He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be the shield and buckler. Now remember that old hymn that we sing sometimes? We sing it around here in our church once in a while. It's called Under His Wings. Verse 1 says this, Under His wings I am safely abiding. Though the night deepens and tempests are wild, still I can trust Him. I know He will keep me. He has redeemed me, and I am His child. That's a great verse. The author surely was blessed by God and ordained by God to write the words to this song, because the second verse says this: "And under his wings, what a refuge in sorrow, how the heart yearningly turns to his breast. Often when earth hath no balm for my healing, there I find comfort, and there I am blessed." And then verse 3 says this: "Under his wings, oh, what precious enjoyment! There will I hide till life's trials are o'er. Sheltered, protected, no evil can harm me. Resting in Jesus, I am safe evermore." They all seems like the writers of songs always save the best verse for the last one. And then the chorus goes like this: "Under his wings, who from his love can sever? Under his wings my soul shall abide, safely abide forever." What a great song. What a great group of words to give us comfort and understanding that this goes right along with these verses, because that brings to life to us verse 4. One more time, I'm going to read it to you. It says, "He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler." What a great promise that is from God. I heard this story about a farmer who had lost his barn to fire. And it's a tragic thing. Anytime a house or a barn burns, it's a tragic thing. There's a lot of loss in that. But his barn completely burned down. And when he was shuffling his feet through the rubbish and stuff, he saw a large black lump over in the corner there that was left. And he went over to that lump and he kicked it with his feet a little bit to see what it might be, thinking it might be charred hay or something like that. And when he kicked that black lump, little bitty chicks ran out from underneath the wings of their mother. The mother hen had given her life, but covered her little chicks up, and the little chicks were alive and well. You see, that mother hen was a refuge and a fortress for those little chicks. And in the same way, God is our refuge today with all of his children. And we find this, we find refuge and we find peace under his wings. What a glorious thing that is. And so if you're concerned about your future, about this virus, or about what might lie ahead through the difficulties of it, understand this: let's put our trust and faith in Jesus Christ. And I like what he says in verse 10 of this psalm. And it says there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Isn't that a great promise? It's a wonderful promise. God was talking to his children, the Jewish nation, giving them comfort and helping them to understand if they would just abide in him, he would take care of them. And I believe that today also goes for you and me. If you abide in him, surely we will have peace through these difficult days and times. And may the Lord continue to bless you, and we'll be talking to you again soon. Amen.